Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Oscar Outdoors. Join me in this one as I go through the OneTigris Kompound Hammock. So welcome back everyone. As a little intro, I'm here to talk about the OneTigris Kompound Hammock. Now this isn't mine, this belongs to Dan the English Woodsman, so thanks very much for lending me this, Dan. I was planning on doing a lot of camping in it before I did a review, but as things stand that's not feasible, so we're just going to break it down and show you all the cool features of this hammock. Alright, so before we get into it, we'll go through some specs of it. So it's made from 210 Nylon Taffeta material. It's got a weight capacity of around about 150 kilos or 150 kilograms, which makes around about 330 pounds as per their website. Dimensions 30 across by 20 by 10 centimeters. I'll flash the inches up, and included in the pack is the hammock itself, the daisy chain suspension system, and obviously the stuff sack. So now we're going through all that, let's get it set up. Right, so this is the suspension system that's included, and it's just like an olive green nylon webbing daisy chain, probably around about 10 foot long, and then with 4 different hanging points at the far end. So to use these, very simple. Go around the tree once and loop in on itself. Okay, adjust your height and then just pull the tighten, and that's as simple as it is. I've just done identical on the other side, but included are these carabiners. Now it doesn't say on it not suitable for climbing, so I'm going to go ahead and say that they are quite a durable product. There's no kilonewton rating on there either, but as I've said earlier, the weight limit of the hammock is 150 kilos or 330 pounds, something similar. I'll flash it up just to remind myself here. But yeah, to put these on, just get your first hanging point, and then a really good snap on this carabiner, and it's got a bit of a lip on there so it bites onto itself as well. So yeah, really decent choice carabiner. Okay, so as you can see behind me now, the hammock is fully set up. As I said before, the daisy chains are around about 10 feet long, and the trees that I'm attached to are quite thin, so I've gone around 3 or 4 times on each one, and then adjusted until I've got the right hang for the carabiners and things like that. So let's get in and get a closer look. Okay, so yeah, this is the carabiner just going straight through the daisy chain here, and then you've got like a bit of nylon sort of woven suspension cord directly from the hammock, and that's just simple, you know, straight in, straight out, which makes it really good for adjusting. You know, if you think, oh, that's a little bit too tight, come down one, drop it, obviously drops a little bit lower, oh, a bit too slack, bring it back up and put it back into, you know, the higher hanging point. I've got to tell you about the dimensions of the hammock when it's in its hung state. So it's measuring at 8.5 feet long by 4.2 feet wide. Now 8.5 feet doesn't sound a great deal, does it? And I must admit the hammocks that I'm used to are 11-12 foot. So I was a little bit sceptical about this one. This is why I borrowed it before I went out and purchased my own. But yeah, I'm going to have a quick look at this, because this is apparently one of the key features on there. Now it's self-adjustable from this point here, but what you do is you tie this side out, and then it brings the hammock out and gives you a bit more space inside, opens it up. So we'll go ahead and do that now. But yeah, what all this is just like a standard guy rope, and then coming all the way to the end you get something like 6 to 8 inches of bungee or shock cord or something, and that just gives you that little bit of wind resistance. So even though you're in your hammock and it's pinned out, it's not going to be rigid completely. You are still going to get that little bit of sway, I like the sway. I don't know about you, but I like the sway. But for those that don't, this is probably a good suggestion to sort of reduce the sway as well, but obviously open up on the inside as well. So for some people like getting hammocks, they tend to feel like they like this, whereas obviously if you've adapted a diagonal layer, you can spread out a little bit more, and that's essentially what this does for you. Gives you a diagonal layer, opens up the material, and essentially makes it a lot wider for you. But yeah, I'm going to peg this out now. This I brought you onto an end shot so you can see the tie out points here and here. Obviously just pulling out the material and widening the platform in which you have to lay. But yeah, have a look at that. It doesn't look very detailed on camera, but obviously from here going under and right across to there, that's pulled it out and given you the 4 foot width. Obviously I've not got it super tight because you do want a little bit of give in there. But yeah, that's one key feature of this. Hangs it down, and obviously once you're in there you can adjust the ropes as well on the side, which I'll show you in a second. Right, so another cool feature about this is it's got a built-in structural ridgeline. Now what a structural ridgeline is designed to do is designed to introduce more sag into the hammock. Now I've been shown this on a standard hammock by Ian Binns, but this has one built in, and it's super easy to adjust as well. Now you can see that we've got quite a lot of give in it at the minute, and it's obviously a bit spongy. But if you come to this end here and you can see the ridgeline, all you do is just grab and adjust, pull tight, and you can see that we're getting tighter on camera. And then what that's done there is actually lifted the hammock up, introduced more sag underneath in the actual material, but obviously lifted the bug line up as well. I'm going to go through that again from this side. I don't know if you can see the ridgeline here through the bug net. You can see it there, top of the bug net, and then the ridge lines in my right hand. Now all I'm going to do is just going to grab the ridge line again from this end of the hammock, okay, and then just adjust, and you can see the hammock is getting more sag whilst the bug net is getting tighter, and that looks absolutely perfect to me. You can see the ridge lines come up a hell of a lot more. The bug net, it was somewhere down here, wasn't it, and then I've obviously introduced the tightness, the tautness, raised it up, introduced more sag below the hammock. Perfect. Cool feature on this ridgeline is these little clips. Now you can see that they can adjust up and down the length of the structural ridgeline, but they've also got like a little hook on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that very well on camera. Got like a little hook on the bottom there where you can just hang gear off. You know, like a little torch or something. But let's bring you back to the stuff sack now. Okay, so bringing back in the stuff sack in which the hammock came in. So this is it. Well, what you can do with this using these hooks is actually turn this into a bit of a ridgeline organizer. So obviously it's got one zip main compartment, which is quite spacious. Okay, on the back it's then got 2 additional mesh pockets for things that you might want to be able to see and know you've got. So I don't know, car keys, a torch, a power bank, that sort of thing. And what you do is you attach it to these hooks. So I'll show you that now. So yeah, with this ridgeline pouch now, so all you'll do is you've got a little loop on either end, or a little ear, and you just hook over there on one side. Find the other one, do exactly the same on the other, and then you can just adjust and give yourself like a little ridgeline organizer. So it's like a dual purpose, you know, stuff sack for the hammock and then a ridgeline organizer. Absolutely perfect. Alright, so moving on to the internals of the hammock. I don't know if you can see this on camera very well, but this is like a secondary piece of material, a secondary membrane, secondary skin, something similar that's actually built into the hammock. And this is absolutely perfect for days like today. You can see that the snow's gathering on top of this, keeping the hammock underneath absolutely bone dry. Now this goes 3/4 of the length of the way via zip, so you can see it almost acts like a very thin sort of summer quilt, and that's exactly how you'd use it, I suppose, in summer. You wouldn't need, you know, the big sort of quilts and things like that with you, because this is already built in, and that is absolutely brilliant feature. But if you don't want this in place, you know, on say you've already got your gear, unzip it on both sides, sort of roll up, and then there's a mesh pocket right at the end, which I'll show you now. So yeah, rolling up this sort of second membrane now to the end, and then you can see, unzip that, sorry, you can see like another mesh pocket section here. Just keep rolling, get to the mesh pocket, and just stuff in there, and that just keeps it nice and neatly stored away. But you know, if you do need it whilst you're in the hammock and you think, oh, it's raining, I'm just going to protect my sleeping bag, stop your sleeping bag from getting wet, you can get this membrane back out, you know, quite easily, throw it out, zip zip, job done. That is absolutely perfect. I'm going to put it back on now because I'm getting snow in the bottom of the hammock. Sticking with this membrane and the Ridgeline as well at the same time, going back to the little black clips, which I don't know if you can see on camera there. There's actually pieces of shock cord attached to this membrane as well, so whilst you're in the hammock, if you don't actually want it touching your skin, because you think it's going to reduce your insulation levels or something, you can actually hook that up onto the Ridgeline as well, and that's got 4 individual compartments there. So again, just quick simple overhand knot, and that attaches up again. Same on this one, obviously utilised by the Ridgeline. So, and obviously these all adjust, so you can have them directly above the actual tying point and the webbing point, and then it obviously puts less friction and less strain on this part of it as well. Okay, so now it's time to get in the hammock and see what it's like from inside. So I've slackened off this guy line and shock cord, so I'm going to kick my boots off, set quite low so that I can get to them quite easily again and get in. Okay, so yeah, I'm in. I'm just going to show you how easy it is to adjust this sort of guy line on the side there, just to give you a bit of focus. So yeah, if you just hold onto the black clip and then pull the excess length, and you can see the Ridgeline getting tighter, I'm pulling out the material of the hammock just to my right as I'm laid in there. But yeah, I'm going to pull this membrane zip up as well. I'll see you in a minute. Yeah, I'm in. I've done this membrane zip up now, and you can see that it, as I said, it acts like a bit of a cover, creating a pocket of warmth. If you use the bungee attached to the Ridgeline, it creates like a little pocket there. Nothing too brilliant, but you know, enough to suffice a summer night's sleep. In winter like this, again, it's just enough to protect your insulating products, so your sleeping bag, your hammock quilt, whatever you use. But yeah, this is really, really cool. That wasn't though, was it? Yeah, so the trees just decided to shower me. But yeah, as you can see, I'm in the hammock quite comfortably. Now 8.5 foot, I was sceptical, but I've got plenty of room in there. Put my feet springing around, and you can see I've got that little bit of sway that I quite like, even though I have adjusted the guy ropes. I can't quite reach the one on the left hand side from this side. Unless I go over the Ridgeline, which probably could quite easily actually, because a bit of give in that. The organiser, as you can see in the back now, I've got my coffee cup there. Yeah, all straight to hand, you know, zip in, zip out, grab what you need, the items that you want to see on the other side, absolutely perfect. All that's left for me to do now is just kick back and relax. Forgot to zip the bug net up. So yeah, as you can see, it's quite you can still got quite a lot of visibility through this bug net. So glad I just zipped that up then. But yeah, it's perfect for this sort of thing. You know, obviously stop the snow coming on me then. It'll keep the bugs out in summer. Whoa. Branches just snapped. But yeah, it'll keep the bugs out in summer, keeps the snow off you in winter. Absolutely ideal. So yeah, let's end this video. Okay, so this has been a review of the OneTigris Kompound Hammock and all the key features of it. It's absolutely packed with features as you've seen in the video. To name a few, the adjustable ridgeline, the adjustable tie-out points on the sides, the membrane, which is an absolute feature of a feature. I've not seen that on any other hammock. So probably about an 8 or 9 out of 10 for me. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to go and get myself one of these and return this to English Woodsman unless he forgets about it. So yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, comment, let me know what you thought about it, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.